Hi, my name's Helene Eriksen. I'm the director of the ANAR DANA training programs. I currently run programs in Seattle, in San Francisco, and in Berlin. And this year, the Seattle training program is doing dances, as always, from the countries between North Africa, the Middle East, and Central Asia. Dances from the Ottoman Empire, from the Roma people of Macedonia, from the Caucasian region of Dagestan, from the Qashqai nomadic people of southern Iran, and from Afghanistan.
In this day and age where we're used to learning things off of DVDs and remotely, with perhaps in the company of thousands of strangers we will never meet, the experience of being able to come into community on a regular basis and learn from a live teacher is in itself unique.
We have an introductory weekend in September where we always pick our repertoire together. So everyone who is part of the program gets to choose the repertoire. And then we meet for 9 intensive 12-hour weekends where we work on learning basic technique for the dances and eventually develop these into choreographies that we present at the end of the year.
I was first drawn into ANAR DANA because of the cultural exuberance, all the diversity, the dances, the costumes. But then this experience turned into me a very personal one when I really found out a lot of things about myself, and it was a journey a lot deeper than just dancing.
Having been drawn into the program through the cultural evenings, through that we get a small peek into the depth of and history and flavor of a lot of cultures, which are just very kind of maligned and flatly presented in the news.
I was in big depression with extremely strong medications, and a friend of mine invited me to one of their cultural evenings, ANAR DANA cultural evenings, like try to help me. So I was kind of like, I don't know if this will work for me, but somehow I decided to go there, and this kind of starts to exchange my life.
It's so wonderful to see how the women take the traditions of other people seriously, and in confronting the other, discover themselves more deeply.
Helene's an amazing teacher, and one of the things that really has surprised me that I wasn't really expecting for myself out of this experience is learning how to hear the rhythm in some of these different types of music. And I'm really impressed by how much Helene has been able to communicate to us about how to hear the song structures and dance to different kinds of music.
Helene Eriksen is a fascinating combination because she's at once a scholar and yet a practitioner of dances, and sometimes I like to jokingly think of her as the Meryl Streep of dance accents. She can produce every dance seems to have a correct accent, a correct feel, and she captures that and tries to communicate that to us. Sometimes our practices consist exclusively of trying to get that groove or that vibe, so that it's not just steps and hand movements and correct costuming, but you really get the feel of the dance and the feel of the music.
The one thing that stands out most to me has to do with costuming. My first year, I was handed this gorgeous purple velvet coat that was at least 100 years old, and I could see the stitches done by hand and the repairs done for it, and it provides this connection back many years with other women.
The music just seemed to have this connection to my inner being, and learning the steps and being structured about it like everybody else has said, and all the individual attention has really helped me to get in touch with that part of myself. And of course, what's really I think is the biggest blessing of this all is the community of the women.
The experience of being together in a circle with a lot of women and to be sisters with all these women, it's very empowering, and it really brings a lot of force to your existence.
Many of the women who come to ANAR DANA have little or no dance experience, and Helene has the capacity to look at the individual's capacity at this moment, their competences, but also their capacity for growth, and to design our choreographies around that to make the best advantage of that individual's capacity and make it a credible rendition of a folkloric dance.
The name ANAR DANA means pomegranate seed, and the idea is that the pomegranate, a symbol of lusciousness, beauty, fertility, art, and creation in the Middle East, is a whole made out of beautiful luminescent seeds, each one individual, and yet making a beautiful community. And that's what I feel like I'm the gardener of this pomegranate plantation with this group of women.